Side Wrestling Talk.
Yep, and then your autograph with the HOF.
Bro, that sounds kind of unique, I gotta tell you.
Pro Wrestling Junkies, and welcome to another episode of Toilet Side Wrestling Talk. Today's guest doesn't make his living inside the ring, makes it all around the ring. His name is Xavier Camacho. Xavier, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing fine. So you've done video shoots I saw you originally at Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, but you also do C3, Berwyn Championship Wrestling, Warrior Wrestling, Squared Circle Megastars. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've gotten to do like a lot of all of those. Like, it's been pretty fun. Not like ring camp for everybody. I've been doing like different things for everybody. And for like Warrior, I was helping Rob get like highlights. So that's why I was over there the most recently. So that was a really cool experience because it was like out in the football field and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
saw highlights of that. All right,
Yeah.
let's go back in your life. And you grew up and you got hooked on wrestling by Kane, was it?
Oh, yeah. So I grew up here in Southwest Chicago, but I used to go to visit my grandma, and that's where I would see my cousins. We'd all used to get together there, and I wasn't into wrestling just yet, but the guy who would always stick out to me was Kane. So like whenever I'd go over there, they'd have it on, and like it was cool. And when we played the game, I'd pick Kane, but I wasn't sucked into it yet. And then it wasn't until WrestleMania 23 when I was visiting a buddy where he had the pay-per-view going on, and we were just playing like Pokemon game, just hanging out. The pay-per-view was on, and I just like stopped playing the game for a second, and I got hooked because like it was Batista, Undertaker, that Money in the Bank match, Shawn Michaels, Cena. It was like Ashley, Melina, right? Dude, it was so like just intriguing where I was like, this is for sure like my new thing now. So
Let
after
me
that, I
ask
went
you.
back to my cousins, and we were able to just like bond after that even more.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Did you play the video games?
Yeah, we used to play the video games. I can't even tell you which one it was.
Was
to be
it
honest.
before you became like a fan?
Yeah, before I was like a fan, I knew we were just playing like a wrestling game. But
Yeah,
like that's why I would just go to like Kane because I was the guy.
That was when you knew.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh yeah, but after that, now like I have like the WWE, the 2K games, not 20, but like I have like 17, 18, 19. So I play
all
those
you
because
need.
now. Yeah, it's fun, and it's kind of like the same game. So like I'll go back to 17 because I have like a crazy character I created.
Yeah.
That guy's just OP, and I just have a blast with him. So
Can
for
you
fun, I just
still
go back to that.
on 2K17? Can you download characters?
Yeah, I think there's like community characters
yeah.
that people upload, and you could download them and stuff
Yeah,
like
so
that.
you could basically update your game with like created characters and make it to 2K20.
Yeah.
I own it.
About that, but yeah.
I own 2K20. I haven't played it yet. I watch my kids play it a lot though.
Oh, for sure.
And that was to try to
Yeah,
get them into
okay.
wrestling, like under my wife's radar, and it worked. Anyways, okay. So after high school, you went away to college. And what did you study there?
There, I studied communication, and I minored in film studies.
Okay.
And it was really cool. Thankfully, I earned the Posse scholarship, so I was able to go out there, and they took care of tuition for me, and it was really cool experience. So like, I feel like if you're able to go, for sure go. But if you also have like a plan, and if you know like what you want to do, and it's not in your avenue, then like go for what you could do and you could accomplish.
So was this something like what you're doing now with pro wrestling shoots? Was this something that you had thought about when you were in school?
Not necessarily. Like in school, it was really, I knew I kind of wanted to get into media, but I didn't know exactly like what I wanted to do. Like I knew we were just like there and kind of going through the motion of school, and I was like, man, like when this is all done, like what is like life really gonna look like and stuff. And making videos with my buddies, like since back in the day when we were skateboarding and making things that we thought were funny, like I always enjoyed recording, and that's when I had taught myself editing, and it was always really cool to get lost in it. But so in college, with like taking a few film courses, it was cool learning about theory and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was like, like, making movies might be fun. So I've done short films with some of my best friends here in Chicago.
Oh,
But
cool.
like, yeah, that like making bigger films would be cool one day. So that's kind of like a goal that we have going on with us too.
Yeah.
But I also didn't really ever really see myself like in a well, I can't even say that. I thought, I might go towards like a 9 to 5 route, maybe not. What does that even look like? Who knows? like it's 2020, things are so different now. But like I really didn't think about wrestling then. I was just watching it for fun. All this, it was just like my little escape. So it wasn't until I got back here in Chicago where I thought, oh, like let me just go to a wrestling show, because I realized that there was a couple local ones. So like Berwyn was nearby, so I went to Berwyn Championship, and that was cool. And then I went to.
Did you go by yourself?
I went with my girlfriend.
Okay.
And my cousin went with us too.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was there where I was like, oh, this was fun. So like then next time I was like, I asked, like I saw the people who were like in charge, and I just asked like, is it okay if I like take videos and like post it?
Yeah.
They're like, sure. And so they're like, I just was recording by like in my seat. And I thought that was fun, and I was like, maybe I can do this at another show. And
yeah,
I started hopping around shows and seeing what I can just get and put on Instagram and stuff. And then I thought, why not just talk to people and see what else I can do.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really like Pro Wrestling Shoots just started as my Instagram, so it was just like an Instagram where I could like dump like all my wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
Just like barrage like all my family and friends who don't like wrestling with a bunch of wrestling stuff.
Totally.
So it was one time my buddy Matt Nix of Freelance Wrestling. He I went to chill with him for a little bit, and he was like, "Yo, like, it's cool what you're posting, but don't post like everything because they're gonna give away the whole show." And so I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, you gotta be like careful with what you post too." So
yeah.
Talk with the people so you know what you can and can't post. And then he was like, "But if you want, since I know you want to like get involved, do you want to shoot like the backstage promos with us?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, why not?" So I was able to, with that opportunity, get to meet more people and start doing that with him and Val Capone. So
yeah,
he's a great interview person. So we together, it's really fun. I miss those days, like before COVID. We all get
to
do wrestling stuff.
So you started this what in 2018?
Yeah, it was like, oh snap!
No, let me get it.
All right, that was me. Sorry, did you hear?
No, you can answer it.
Okay, no.
Okay. That's
right. Hold on.
Make sure no one died.
Hold on. Hello? I'm doing the podcasting right now. I'm on a podcast. I'll talk to you later. I don't know. I'll talk to you in a bit. Alright, bye.
Part of me is like, I don't want to cut this out. It's very genuine. Like this is life.
It doesn't bother me.
So at what?
You asked like,
go on.
Started it? I think. Yeah, it was just like September 2018. I just created it. I went to like Lucha in the park. I went to Berwyn Championship. I went to AAW. I like in like one summer, or like it was like summer/fall. I got to just experience a whole mixture of what Chicago had to offer. And I was like, man, there's just so much. Like there's so many different styles and types of wrestling. So I was like, let me just like take pictures and videos of all this and put it on Instagram. So that's why I started to do that. And then Matt and Nix created an opportunity to work with them and freelance, and from there it kind of just started like the ball just started rolling.
Can you do this full time?
No, I don't think I can do it like full time yet. Yeah, right now it's more of just a gig basis. So that's like cool. That's like what I enjoy. So it doesn't like also get overwhelming. Right now I'm keeping myself busy with a lot of video work.
In 2019, were you working like every weekend?
It was a lot of weekends, but not every weekend.
Okay.
I wasn't that. Not like I'm still not even big like that. Like wrestling with unicorns, those guys, they put in work like every weekend.
Oh, okay. And your girlfriend's cool with your schedule?
Well, yeah, like she was really cool about actually going with me to a lot of these events too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so she's really cool and supportive. Yeah, because like it can also be like really draining, like if it's like wrestling.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, yeah.
but for sure, like if you love it, like you gotta put your all into it and all that too. So
Do
there's gotta be a balance, I think.
do you have an assistant or like first mate? I don't know what it's called.
Like someone who helps me a lot. Well, like I've had like a lot of good support systems so far. Like my girlfriend's been there.
Uh-huh.
My boy David has been there. He's like one of my good friends.
Uh-huh.
My cousin Damien has been there. My cousin Omar for support too. Like they've kind of all been there in different aspects. But whenever like I asked them, they're always like as a team, they're always pretty much down to make it happen. So I've been really like thankful and like blessed to have them.
That's great.
Otherwise, like, it wouldn't have been as easy to do like some of the shows. Like I've done a Wrestle League show. I did Chicagoland Championship Wrestling most recently,
Uh-huh.
and it's evolved from like different equipment too. So they've been on board with like let's learn like all right now let's learn this one and blah blah blah. So it's been
That's
really
what I wanted to ask you. Like, how do you, I mean, are you constantly having to keep up with like new technology and how to use handhelds and stuff and lighting?
well like in the beginning like for the most a time that I was like posting wrestling, a lot of it I did on my phone.
Yeah,
Like,
it's great. It's an awesome phone.
Yeah, like with iPhones, like you just like change the camera setting, put that sucker around 4K. I shoot in 24 because it's more of like a film look.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's a little bit blurry, but that's like the compromise for the
Sure.
style that I like. So but shooting on a gimbal had helped a lot too. So it kept
Mhm.
like shots very stable. So kind of just investing into like the tech that would work, not necessarily like the most expensive stuff.
Mhm.
What I knew would work for what I needed to do.
Have you
So,
put a lot of money into it?
like an okay amount, I think. Like, right, it's been growing, so I'm not like a whole production thing yet. But,
No, but like under $5,000.
Yeah, I would say.
Okay, good, good.
I'm not like. Yeah, I'm like.
Well, it's
being smart
expensive,
about
all
it.
that equipment.
Yeah, it is. But thankfully like I've had time to like just work a lot and save up and invest into it like smart.
Yeah.
So for a long time it was the phones and the gimbals, and just more recently like with Chicagoland I had like more like actual better cameras.
Yeah.
So that like it just took time to like get there, but I think if you just work hard, like you can get there.
And
It's
how
not-
do you get your name out to like promoters?
I've just like really just talk to them, just reach out, like whether it's like a Facebook message. Like if I see they're more active like on Facebook, I'll like shoot a message, and then if they like request that I email them, then I'll do that. Like just really just kind of shooting your shot and just introducing yourself, because I feel like that's really just all you gotta do is communicate with people and see what doors can open up with like maybe just knocking.
Do you have IWTV?
Yeah, not recently. I used to have it. but
Okay.
I haven't recently.
Okay, so I want to ask you about like a shoot, typical, and so let's just base this off the Chicagoland Championship Wrestling one, because that I know. How much preparation do you? Well, first, how did you hook up with John Bullard, and how much prep do you need going to cover a show?
Really for that show, I mean for wrestling, it's kind of like I don't think too hard because we're not doing it live. I haven't I've shot it live for freelance with IWTV and AAW for Fight TV, but I'm not setting that stuff up for them. I've just done the camera work.
Okay.
So that's like what I like, because it's just like, okay, cool. I'm getting like nice cinematic shots that I like. I'm getting lost in it, but I don't have to worry too much about all the production part.
Okay.
But for Chicagoland Championship, it was more work, but it wasn't too crazy because I already kind of knew what to do. I feel because we like set our hard cam. My cousin, we already talked so much about wrestling that I was like, all right, like you're gonna be the other ring cam, and he already knows like the tips and tricks, like okay, anticipate like their moves, so that way like where to kind of start moving the camera, because like you don't want to make them too jarring of movements.
Yeah.
So like kind of like just get the guys and understand like what they're doing, and we watch a lot of wrestling, so like I feel like it's kind of helped to, predict their moves and try to get the shots and stuff. So it really.
What time did you get to the event?
I got there, I think it was around 2:30.
Oh, okay. So you were there for a while prior.
Yeah. But the other guys have put in a lot of work. Like the ring was already set up, all the chairs were already set up, like everything was already pretty much good to go.
Uh-huh.
And this is a tight ship right here. But I got up and I just had to like set up the cameras and we were
Uh-huh.
pretty much ready. It was pretty smooth. It was really really smooth. I think too because well like we had already been ready to have a show prior, but because
Mhm.
of COVID, like that show had to get canceled.
Uh-huh.
Like we were all kind of just itching to like get this going because we were like
Totally.
excited for it. So I think that's kind of like what helped it go smoother too, was
Hmm.
that we all were just like hyped for it and we wanted it to be like a really cool show. So
Yeah, that was a fun
we're always
night.
in a good mood to like make magic happen.
Totally.
So
And we're
it
alive
was-
still. So that's huge.
yeah,
That's a big
yeah,
part
man.
of it.
Right? Yeah.
So, do you ever like do like a shoot and then after it's like, God, that was so shitty. I did a terrible job. You know,
Uh,
like
I-
even if you didn't do a terrible job, but you're like self-criticizing. Do you ever?
Uh, I don't really think so. Just
Okay.
because like it's been fun every time. Every time like once it's done, I'm just like, oh man, that was so much fun. 'Cause
So are you
it's-
able to enjoy the actual wrestling when you're there?
I feel like I get lost in the camera. Like when
Uh-huh.
I'm watching it on the screen, I get lost in like making sure the framing looks good. But like I'm still like kind of like knowing what's going on. So I'm still reacting in my head like, oh shit, that was cool.
Yeah.
Oh snap, you know, like oh god. Like in my head I'm marking out, but like I
Uh-huh.
have to be focused though. So like, you know, but inside I'm enjoying it.
Have
But
you ever gotten injured?
no.
No, not
Yesterday was
yet.
actually funny though. I was shooting ring cam for AAW.
Uh-huh.
And then I forgot like what match it was. Everything kind of happened really fast. But some guy got thrown into the barricade and like it kind of like bumped me but like I just reached out for my hand and then sprung right back up to get back
Oh,
up to the
that's
top.
hilarious.
Yeah, it felt like a spring. It was funny. Like my buddy who was like, oh god, like that was hilarious. But that was like really like the only thing. Like never really took like a real bump or anything.
Have you been in the ring?
I've been inside of it, yeah.
Is that cool? Like the first
Yeah,
time, like going
cool.
through the
Like
ropes.
I've been like getting in cool. Like I stood on the ropes, it was fun. I like threw myself back to see like how
Oh, really?
but like it's nowhere near like I bet like taking an actual slam and
Totally.
I was like I could totally get why like people's backs are just being freaking in pain all the time.
Have you ever filmed anything violent?
And it,
Like a death match? You know, it's like.
oh no, not yet. That'd be
Okay.
cool.
Yeah,
That'd
it
be
would be.
cool.
It would be so different.
It'd be a cool like different kind of experience. Like when at Berwyn Championship Wrestling, they would get outside of the ring and fight kind of by the bar,
Uh-huh.
but there wasn't like crazy violence, nothing like that. But that was fun because it feels like more of like a movie when I have the camera. It's like a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
vibe, and it just feels more like real. So
For
it would be
CCW?
totally nice to do that.
For CCW, are you responsible for editing it?
Yeah. So that one was really neat because that was like the first time with the new cameras that I was able to like shoot everything with from three different shots. Other shows I've just done two, and I was using like different gear.
Uh-huh.
So, but this was the first time with like the gear that I really like that we got to test it out, and it all worked really smooth. Or I actually tested it out at a C3.
Mm-hmm.
I went there just to shoot like matches for fun and to test
Yeah.
my gear out, and they were really cool about it. So I was like, okay, cool, this is ready to go. So then comes TCW, it was like everything was just really
Are things getting easier?
yeah, it's pretty smooth. Like I don't think recording is too hard. It's really just making sure you're good to go. Do you got all your battery charged? Does everyone
Yeah.
know their roles? Are the memory cards good to go too? You know, do we have like when it comes to editing? Like I just gotta have enough space ready. I gotta have like I have the projects and people's names ready and all that stuff, like a list of the entrance and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So just small stuff like that, and it's pretty smooth.
I know a real a-hole who has interviewed someone before and halfway through realized he hadn't hit record. You believe
did it happen
an
again?
idiot like that?
Did it happen again?
No. I was just saying. It didn't happen again. All right, I'm gonna come clean. This is the second time that we've recorded today. The first time I actually didn't record. All right, now I feel better that I wasn't holding anything back. So can you pinpoint like the best match you've seen and filmed, or is it
Oh,
such a
man.
blur?
You know, There's been a lot of them, but I gotta tell you, like when I was shooting, when I shoot at freelance, I really like when I get to do like the backstage promos because I'm running around so much.
Uh-huh.
But when I get really stuck into the match, that's like when it's like in between like the running around. So those moments are like some of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
I forgot like what match it was, but there's someone at freelance who always look out to me, and there was a Craig Mitchell. I think he's not wrestling for a while, but that dude would always go like freaking hard, and I would just be like, like.
Do they know where the camera is? Like, are they looking for you also when they're doing, they're in the ring?
Not for like that, not for freelance, because I only when I shot for ring cam, I think it was like once for IWTV.
Uh-huh.
That time they kind of knew like, oh, we gotta work for cameras.
Yeah.
The other time when I'm just doing the promo stuff, not really. I'm just getting like shots on the side, like kind of just like to throw in as B-roll and stuff like that.
Okay, and this, I'm not trying to sound immature, but like, do you ever like, like if they're cutting a promo and it's like mean at somebody, do you ever like accidentally like giggle while you're like doing it? Because I would like.
I think I wanted to, and I like held it in, especially at freelance with the Take It Home records.
Uh-huh.
Those guys are hilarious. I don't know if you've seen freelance before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Take It Home records. Those guys are, man, they're comedy. So like we do promos in the bathroom. So like we have me, it's myself, Val, and then the three of them, and they're just like going off on each other, but it's just so funny because it's such a tight space.
Yeah, totally.
The corner like this, and I have it, and I just gotta like hold my breath so I'm not breathing into like the mic or anything. But those moments are, I think, some of my favorite and the most funniest.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, those are great.
The promos have to be so much fun to. So, do you love what you do? Like, do you feel like lucky?
Yeah, it's fun right now because right now, like, getting to like dabble in a little bit of everything to help me learn just everything is like a blessing because like sometimes people maybe they might want to get involved but not know exactly how to. And really I feel like it's just talking to people.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, making connections
and seeing like, if they need help with this or with that. Like with MLW, I worked with them, not any sort of like media way, just like media stuff I got in for them is like for my own page.
Yeah.
But I got to do a promo with Ariel Dominguez. He's like getting buzz right now.
Yeah, of course.
So it was like back then when he was kind of like still first coming out on MLW, and we did something that was really neat. So we've chatted it up ever since then.
Oh, cool.
He's a cool guy. But with working with them, it all started with a tweet that I saw where they needed like a Chicago street team. So I just went and I had extra time, so I would go and just volunteer to like go around and put posters up in neighborhoods, get the word and stuff like that. And from there, I just met people who worked in MLW, and they put me over to some people, and we just get to meet people and just talk and just make your connections that way and just help.
Do you have business cards?
I don't, but I need some, man.
Yeah, you gotta get some business cards.
I need to, yeah. Like I'm snoozing on that one.
Seriously.
But, it'd be super easy. It's a no.
You can get like a box of 1,000,000 for like 49 cents.
Yeah, I really gotta do that. My girl even has a machine, like a Cricut cutter sort of thing. She picked up a hobby of like making stickers and like customizing some sweaters and stuff like that. And
cool.
Stuff. Yeah, I gotta ask her. I'll be like, hey, can you help me make business cards?
All right.
I gotta get to it.
I have to ask about the belt in the back.
Oh yeah, right. Dude, this one, my uncle. Thank you. My uncle, he gifted it to me, and I was really thankful for that. I haven't taken it anywhere, just kind of keep it here at the house. I have like in my other room, there's a couple other ones, but I really just have them there just for a ritual. I don't know. We didn't talk about it this take, right?
This take.
When like before COVID, I used to have like mini WrestleMania, and I'm like not just WrestleMania parties, but little pay-per-view parties for my cousins, my uncle, my girlfriend. We would just come over, all hang out, and just watch wrestling, drink, eat pizza, and then like bring out the belts and mark out for 2 hours. It was fun. So now like we'll still watch it, but it's not like as big or extravagant. And right now it's like it's not as exciting. But I still watch WWE.
Yeah.
I like a lot though.
it's an escape, you know. It's
Yeah.
um
I watch like WWE, AEW, really. Like,
yeah, me
those two a
too.
lot.
I love the IWTV though. There's some crazy like
They do that a
matches
lot.
on there.
They have a lot of good stuff, right? I
Like
gotta
there
get
was
some subscription. I do.
I was like there's some stuff on there that like I'm like scared to click on, you know, because it looks so crazy, like violent. But I'll watch during the daytime, you know, if I have to do that.
Does it leave you like laying in your bed like, did I witness? a
Yeah,
murder?
why did I watch that? Why did I do that? I knew what was going to happen. All right, before I let you go, I'm going to ask you 5 random yes or no questions that I ask
Yeah, sure.
anybody on your end. Okay, you're up for it?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay. Number 1, would you ever shoot a porno? Not perform in a porno, shoot one.
Yeah.
And you get paid, obviously.
Yeah, dude. I
Okay.
joke about it with my. I half jokingly joke about that with my group of people. I would say that.
All right. $1.2 million.
Uh-huh.
For $1.2 million, would you wrestle an alligator to death?
I gotta wrestle it to death.
Mhm.
I would probably die. I mean, can you kill an alligator? Ooh,
All
that's-
I know is that if you can
Okay.
jam your forearm or a log to the end of its jaw, it can't close down. Just a tip
Ooh.
if you decide to do this. And I come into $1.2 million.
That's great.
All
Okay,
right,
okay.
you
Yeah, that's
think
good
it
stuff.
over.
Yeah.
Has smoke ever left your mouth? And I'm not saying necessarily pot or cigarettes. Has smoke ever come out? Vapor?
Anything? Yeah.
Okay. Number 4, have you ever cried in a Vin Diesel movie?
No.
Okay. Have you ever filmed a crime?
No. Well, huh?
Not even a crime of passion?
No, I don't think I filmed the crime.
Okay. Fine. Well, next time I have you on, I'm going to ask you the question again to see if I can catch you red-handed. Do you have any appearances coming up where you're working?
Anything to plug right now? No, not really. Just
No?
watch wrestling. Just enjoy wrestling. Whatever you like, just watch it, enjoy it. That's
Yeah,
what I
totally. All right. I don't know your address, so I'm not going to be showing up. I can confirm that we are recording and have been since the start of the second take. Are you doing anything for Halloween tonight or tomorrow?
I'm probably just gonna get together with some friends.
Uh-huh.
A small little thing, and probably just kick back, get some brews going, dress up a little bit.
Oh, nice. Is that tomorrow night or tonight?
Tomorrow night.
You don't have any kids, do you?
Oh no,
man.
I'm a little young still. I have friends with kids though too, but I'm not. I'm probably gonna be an older parent. I think.
Yeah. Do that. Or don't. Which is
don't.
what I would suggest. I used to think that I loved kids, but then I had kids and realized I hate kids. So
Ooh,
I pushed. No, I love my children. I don't hate them. But yeah, children I don't like anymore. They're
I'm
not
the
as
oldest
fun as
out
I
of all my
thought.
siblings, and there's a lot of us, and out of all my cousins and sisters, I'm pretty much the oldest, so I've had my fair share of diaper changes, and
Oh, okay.
I'm cool with waiting a while.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Take care. I want to talk again, especially when wrestling starts happening more. Is AAW gone?
AEW, no, they have we have another show. I think it's next month. I forgot what date it
Oh,
was.
okay. But they were
But
on a hiatus for a while?
I think they took a small break maybe,
Okay.
but I think it was because of the COVID stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So right now the shows are on Fight TV, but
Mhm.
because of Illinois, they just did like the new law, like order or whatever.
Yeah.
They were restricting it, I think, only to like 20 people, and it was all spread out. So the show's still
Oh.
going. The show must go on type thing, but
Mhm.
it's just like with no fans really there,
Have
except like the season pass holders, I believe.
you filmed anything without fans yet?
Without fans, no, not yet. That was pretty much kind of like the closest to no fans.
Yeah.
But it was like per the order. Otherwise, it would have been pretty bad.
Oh my god. All right. You take care. Be safe tomorrow. And don't get any large gatherings. Have you voted?
Not yet. but
Are
I'm
you
going.
planning
I'm going
on
in
it?
person. Yeah, yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna go in person.
All right,
But
awesome.
I prefer to just go in and do it. I got a little like bingo hall right down the
Oh,
street.
really? And it's
Yeah.
it's like it's real easy.
Yeah, this is pretty good. So
All right, nice.
I went
All
right
right.
on the
Well, I hope whoever you vote for, I hope all your wishes come true.
You too, man. Thank you so much.
All right, my pleasure. Take care,
man.
and we'll definitely have you on again.
Sweet, yeah, I'm always down to chat. Just
Because I
hit me up.
have, like I told you earlier, I have so many more questions.
Yeah,
But I was
dude.
like, it would take
Yeah.
forever. All right, buddy. Take care. Thanks so much.
Yeah, see you, man.
See ya.